What would happen if your phone disappeared for just one day? No messages.
No scrolling. No notifications.
Just silence. Would you feel free or afraid? Today, I want to tell you about one day that changed everything. One simple day. A day without a phone. It sounds small. It sounds easy. But it was not easy at all. This story is about fear, about habits, about silence, and about finding yourself again. I did not plan this experiment. It was not a challenge for YouTube. It was not for social media. In fact, I could not even post about it. It started on a normal morning. I woke up at 7 a.m. The first thing I usually do is reach for my phone. Before I even open my eyes, my hand looks for it. Like a reflex. Like breathing. But that morning, the battery was dead. 0%. I felt something strange in my chest. A small panic. What if someone texted me? What if I missed something important? What if something happened? It was only 7 a.m. And I was already worried. I told myself, it's okay. Just charge it. But then something unexpected happened. The electricity was gone. No power.
No charger.
No internet. I looked at my dark screen. It felt like the world stopped. This is where everything changed. At first, I felt uncomfortable. I walked around my room. I did not know what to do. Usually, I check social media. I watched short videos. I replied to messages. I read the news. But now, there was nothing. Just me. And silence. Have you ever noticed how quiet your room is without a phone? The clock sounds louder. The birds outside sound clearer. Even your own breathing feels different. I tried to eat breakfast, but my hand kept moving to the table looking for the phone that was not there. It was like my brain did not know how to live without it. I felt bored, very bored. But what happened next surprised me. After 1 hour, something inside me started to calm down. The panic slowly became stillness. I went outside for a walk. Usually, I walk with music in my ears. Or I check messages while walking. But that day, there was no music. No screen. Just the sound of my steps. The sky looked different. I am not joking. It looked bigger. Brighter. I noticed small things. The wind on my face. The smell of fresh bread from a bakery. A child laughing in the street. When was the last time I noticed these things? I could not remember. As I walked, I started thinking. Not scrolling. Not reacting. Just thinking. Real thoughts. About my life. About my goals. About my dreams. And then a scary question came to my mind. Am I addicted? The word felt heavy. Addicted. I always told myself, I can stop anytime. But could I really? That morning showed me something uncomfortable. My phone was not just a tool. It was controlling my time, my attention, my mood. If someone did not reply, I felt bad. If I saw someone's perfect life online, I felt small. If I got many likes, I felt happy. My emotions were connected to a screen. No one saw this coming. Not even me. By afternoon, I started to feel something new.
Peace.
I sat near a window and read a book. A real book. Paper pages.
No notifications.
No pop-ups. For 2 hours, I did not think about my phone. 2 hours. That had not happened in years. Time felt slower. But in a good way. I helped my mother in the kitchen. We talked. Not short replies. Not wait, I'm busy.
We talked deeply.
We laughed. She even said, you seem different today. Different. That word stayed in my heart. As the day continued, I noticed my mind felt clearer. My thoughts were not jumping everywhere. I was not comparing myself to others. I was not rushing. It felt like my brain could breathe. But the real turning point came in the evening. Around 6 p.m., the electricity came back. The lights turned on. My charger was waiting. I picked up my phone. My heart started beating faster again that I plugged it in. The screen lit up. And then the flood came. Messages, notifications, emails, news alerts. So many red numbers. For a moment, I felt important.
People needed me. But then I stopped.
I looked at the screen, and I felt something strange. It did not feel powerful anymore. It felt noisy. All day, I had peace. And now, the noise was back. I did not open the apps immediately. Instead, I asked myself a simple question. Did I miss anything truly important? The answer was no. Nothing serious happened. The world did not end. My life did not fall apart. Everything was fine. And that was the climax of my day. The big realization. I thought I needed my phone every second. But I did not. I thought I would miss something important. But I did not. I thought I would feel lost. But instead, I found clarity. One day, without a phone showed me something powerful. We are not as busy as we think. We are distracted. We are not as connected as we think. We are divided. We are not as happy as we think. We are overstimulated. That day changed my habits. Not perfectly. Not completely. But I started small. No phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. No phone during meals. 1 hour before sleep without screens. Simple changes, but powerful. And you know what happened? My sleep improved. My focus improved. My conversations became deeper. My mind became calmer. The core message is simple. Your phone is a tool. It should not control you. Your attention is your power. Protect it. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. Let me say that again in a different way. When you reduce noise, you hear your true thoughts. When you step away from the screen, you step closer to yourself. When you disconnect from the world online, you reconnect with your real life. Maybe you are listening to this right now with your phone in your hand. Maybe you are thinking, I cannot live without it. But what if you tried just for one day? What if you gave yourself 24 hours of silence? What fears would come up? What thoughts would appear? What dreams would return? This is not about hating technology. Phones are useful. They help us learn English. They help us connect. They help us grow. But balance is everything. If you cannot sit alone in a quiet room for 1 hour, that is not freedom. True freedom is choosing when to use your phone, not feeling forced to use it. That one day taught me courage. The courage to be bored. The courage to be silent. The courage to face my own thoughts. And in that silence, I found strength. I found ideas for new goals. I found motivation. I found peace. And maybe the most important lesson of all, life is happening right now. Not inside a screen. The people around you are real. The sky above you is real. Your dreams are real. Do not trade them for endless scrolling. One day without a phone can remind you who you are. It can remind you that your value is not in likes. Your happiness is not in notifications. Your success is not in views. Your real power is in your focus. So, I want to ask you something before we end. If your phone turned off right now, who would you become? Would you feel empty? Or would you feel free? The choice is yours. Maybe tonight you try something small. Turn it off 1 hour earlier. Go for a walk without it.
Sit with your thoughts.
Listen to your own heart. You might feel uncomfortable at first, but stay there. Because on the other side of discomfort, there is clarity. On the other side of silence, there is strength. And on the other side of distraction, there is your true self. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this story made you think, if it touched your heart even a little, then take one small action today. Like this video. Subscribe for more simple English stories that help you grow. And in the next video, we will explore another powerful lesson about daily life and personal growth. Until then, protect your attention, protect your peace, and remember, sometimes the most powerful connection is the one you have with yourself. No mobile phones,